Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Sip. It is a wonderful, chilly morning here at Jackson State. We're talking about the Poetry Festival, the Phillis Wheatley Poetry Festival that's happening right now, and it's going to continue this week. It's been amazing, some of the panels they've had. We're going to talk to some folks who are in charge of that and have been to that, so you don't want to miss a lot of what's coming up in this show. But, we're also going to talk about how cameras work and how you can make some money giving away some of the cameras you have. Maybe it's a Kodak or maybe it's one of those portable, whatever, however. So you want to stay for that as well. And Higher Purpose Co. is having a huge concert this weekend, and that's also going to feature Avery Sunshine. So we're going to tell you how you can get a free ticket to that as well. So stick with us. But guys, I want to send it back to you in the studio by asking you this question now. And you don't have to have one, but if you have one, what is your favorite poem? Because mine is The Road Not Taken. All right, coming up after the break, we're going to talk about the Phillis Wheatley Poetry Festival here at Jackson State and all around the city of Jackson, and why you want to hold hands and bring your friends after the break. So this poetry festival is a really big deal, but before we even get into that, can you tell me what your favorite poem is?
My favorite poem is Lineage by Margaret Walker.
I have to read that one. So can you tell me what it's been like to be a part of this festival so far?
It has been amazing, really amazing. We have been putting almost 2 years of planning and putting this together. So to see it all come together, it's been awesome.
And can you tell me more about your part and your role in what you've got going on? You even moderated last night, but you also have something to do with the photos on the wall.
Yes, I am the archivist at the Margaret Walker Center at Jackson State University, and we actually have Roy Lewis's photographs from the 1973 Phillis Wheatley Poetry Festival. Dr. Margaret Walker Alexander hired him to document the festival in photographs. And so we have over 100 of his photographs, black and white photographs of the festival. Wow. From 1973.
So now, is this something that people can just come to Jackson State and check out throughout the week?
Yes, at Johnson Hall Art Gallery. They are hosting Roy Lewis's photographs and have done a magnificent job of staging them, and they even have a little book they've put together of his images. So Mark Guile and Brittany Myberg have done a wonderful job putting this together with the Jackson State University Art Department.
Awesome. So now, what about the people who say, I'm not even interested in poetry? Why would they want to come to this event?
We talk about current issues. For example, at the banned book event yesterday, we talked about children and the importance of children having positive images to see and to read, and why it's important for us to be concerned about what's going on in schools, in politics. So we're not just talking about poetry, we're talking about life. We're talking about what does it mean to be a human being in the 21st century. We're talking about education. So there are a lot of topics.
So now, even if I don't make it to the festival this time, why should I come and check out the Margaret Alexander Walker whole deal?
Well, the Margaret Walker Center is a center that primarily looks at the 20th century African American experience in Mississippi, but we also document 21st century experience through our oral history collections and our archives. We also have programming. We sponsor tours of the COFO Center. Matter of fact, currently our building, Air Hall, is closed to the public, but we do sponsor tours at COFO, which is 1017 John R. Lynch Street, and was the home for the COFO organization, which stood for Council of Federated Organizations, that helped to plan Freedom Summer, the Mississippi Freedom Vote, and it was responsible in a large part for what would become the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
All right, so a lot of history all around, and basically, if you want to learn anything about it, go to the Margaret Walker Center.
Yes, you can visit our website at jsums.edu/Margaret Walker Center.
And coming up after the break, we're going to tell you more about an event that's going on this weekend, and it's free, so you don't want to miss that. Stay with us. For the people who have not heard about Higher Purpose Co., what can you tell them?
So Higher Purpose Co. is a economic justice nonprofit. We cover the entire state of Mississippi. And what we basically do, we work with a network of over 300 Black-owned businesses that includes entrepreneurs, farmers, and artists by providing what we call community wealth building. We focus primarily on financial, cultural, and political power. And so what we have been doing for the last almost 8 years is really building a statewide presence to make sure that we're continuing to uplift Black residents, particularly on the pathway of economic mobility. So we have a presence in Clarksdale and the Delta, presence in Jackson, and also we're growing a presence on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi.
Speaking of Clarksdale, you got a big event coming up there this weekend.
Absolutely. So we are hosting the Higher Purpose Fest. We talked a little bit about the cultural power. And so we are building a 14,000 square foot space in Clarksdale. It's a major multi-million-dollar development. And so what we're doing is to make sure that we activate the Higher Purpose Hub by having this signature event. And so we're going to have everything from food trucks to a farmer's market. We're partnering with the Partnership for a Healthy America to provide fresh food to the public, as well as we're bringing in some amazing live music featuring Edna Nicole, Keith Johnson and the Big Muddy Band, and Avery Sunshine.
Why do you want more folks to join what you're doing?
Well, I think we have to understand, particularly as we know, as it relates to Black women in general, but particularly in the South, Black women are leading more businesses more than ever before, and particularly the work that we do by supporting those business owners, it absolutely enhances the overall welfare of the families. And so as we're thinking about uplifting particularly Black families, it's important for folks to understand that the work that we're doing is also creating jobs and opportunities for folks all across the state. And so it's not just necessarily about helping those businesses get started. It's also helping them sustain and hire and grow and connect to other different resources across the state and as well as beyond the state. So we're really excited about what we're able to accomplish, and just what we're doing this weekend is our way of, again, pouring back into the community. The fest is completely free. We've been able to work with different partners to make that available, and we want to do more things like this across the state as we continue to leverage our mission and be super focused on really enhancing economic mobility, which is for us is a pathway of creating economic justice in Mississippi.
Coming up after the break, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Poetry Festival, but also these are some beautiful photos of the folks who have been here this whole week so far. And coming up, we're going to tell you how you can make some money selling your products. All right, so you guys are having a wonderful event so that people can make a little money selling some of their older products, right?
That's right. We are having a company called KEH come in this weekend, and they're going to be buying all your used film cameras, digital cameras, lenses, some flashes, some point-and-shoot cameras. So yeah, they're bringing in a lot of cash for the community for Christmas time, stuff like that. So if you need some extra cash and you're not using them, bring them in. You can even trade them in towards an upgrade if you'd like to.
Awesome. So now can you tell me why you think photography is so important? Because you're really good at what you do.
I think photography is important because, pictures tell stories. Pictures last for a lifetime. I think that when you go back and look at pictures, it brings a nostalgic and sentimental value. And I think it's something everyone should keep and have in their homes to, look back on.
Awesome. Yeah. So now, DeVille Camera and Video, can you tell everybody where you all are located and how to get there?
Sure. So we're on Lakeland Drive, 1935 Lakeland Drive, Suite 400, big white building, right next to a Bonsai Steakhouse. They're going to be there all weekend, today and tomorrow.
All right. And then too, if I have no clue how to work my camera, can you guys teach me how to do that?
Absolutely. We'd love for everybody to be better at photography. Come in, we'll help you work your camera and tell you how to make it better.
All right. And also, are you going to teach classes sometime soon?
That's the goal. We actually talked about doing some classes at the Ville, so you should be on the lookout for that.
All right. And tell them again what time it's happening, Friday and Saturday, the time.
So we're open 9 to 6 today and 10 to 3 tomorrow, and they will be there all day.
All right. So if you have a camera and you're not sure what to do with it, either take it to them so you can learn or just give it up and get the money back. We have more show after this. All right, thank you for watching The Morning Sip. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, let us know. If you didn't, let us know. If you have somewhere you want us to go, let us know that as well. Thank you again, and we hope you have a fantastic weekend. See you next time.